you are new here, I'm Kanitsa, and if you're already watching my channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch the latest episode of the first season of Made in Abyss, episode number 13. So let's see what it has. Let's go. Alright. Oh, so like a bit of a recap of everything? That's true. It's actually a very inspiring speech. Yeah, and now we go back to the events from the end of the previous episode. So yeah, we saw this conversation before, and I assume that Reg will accept it because Nanachi has asked, at least. Because I think this here, let's see, maybe if he answers, no, it's opening. So here it's like an idea maybe that what kind of existence can really qualify as, you know, living your life, being alive. What I'm trying to say is, in this condition that Mitzi is in, does she even understand that? Is she conscious? Can she enjoy this life? Probably not, right? So maybe she suffers, and Nanachi wants to stop her suffering. At the same time, we can argue that, okay, let's take an amoeba, for example, right? Most likely, amoeba doesn't think about anything. It's like a one-cell organism, right? But it doesn't mean that we can just kill it only because we think, oh, what's the point of its living then, right? There's no point in its life. Is it even living if you are an amoeba, right? So maybe it's a bit of an extreme comparison, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. I think it's a very interesting moral choice that is presented here. But I think the problem is always that the decision seems to be in the hands of others. If Mitzi herself could make this decision, I think that would be, of course, preferable. Okay, let's see. The challengers, and we have these cute flowers again here. I'm gonna sleep just because he used his ability. Yeah. And also he was pierced by the orb piercer. Finally I have found it. So like a way to kill Mitzi in a kind of quick and non-painful way, she assumes, or an interesting structure. These are like homes. Is this also like an orphanage of sorts? And this is Nanachi? The guy with a whistle with a hand. Yes. Won't. The way it's written and the way he said it, it's very different.
深淵に踏み入ることも厭わない勇気ある子供たち。どうぞ、一歩前へ。
So she stepped forward. Ah, it's like it was more like the slums here, like living in these caves there. But now some of them taken more upwards. Is this like, and this girl may be Mitsu?
さあ皆さん、カゴにお乗りください。ご安心ください。道中はすべて私の探掘隊が護衛いたします。目的地は深度約1万3000メートル。深海5層、亡骸の海。世界最後の謎に挑む。
So right away he puts them on the fifth, he said, level, right? Sea of corpses. Only few white vessels go there. So basically, usually you're not supposed to take children there who are not, and like right to the fifth level. Well, as we were told, probably if they just go down, they won't be affected by the curse. Oh, she's so cute! Oh, yeah, it is probably Mitzi. It's so sad. Yes, I knew it. Oh my god, that's so sad. Holy crap. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, if she was affected by the curse. Like, if it's irreversible, you know? That's so sweet that they're showing us the bond she got with Mitzi. Yeah, so okay, they were told that they can't go upwards. Did they do it right away? Because the curse would only affect you if you go upwards. So at some point I assume they would do that. Wait, did I understand this information correctly? Maybe it's like, could be a chance for Mitzi to be reborn? Maybe I'll have to reread it after the episode, this part.
イリン、さあ、来てください。
Also, like children taken from the slums, I think it's also the same idea, in a bit of a different way. You know, the kind of life they were living in the slums, like what was this life? At least here, maybe they have a chance to have a better life, but at the same time there's some kind of catch, right? So maybe he actually was experimenting on them.
ミーティー、さあ、一緒に来てください。
Because there are fewer few, so something is happening to these children.
少し外を歩きましょう。順番ですよ、ナナチ。慌てないで。
Maybe he just took the children that kind of nobody wanted, took them here and experimented, like, can someone be affected by the curse of abyss and actually like change into a full functioning hollow sovereign of dawn
数の人間をこそ、その海外の子供たちは
from overseas.
どうしたの？
I see.
黒笛のゴーストを立ち入りを信念したのはこのた
I
め。
forgot that there's maybe other countries here.
人道的に。ああ、なら心配ありませんよ。あれらは人間としての運用はしておりませんので。ご覧になります。
Wait, is he doing something like even worse or different than what I assumed? Like, there is a reason they all disappear, don't return, right? So, yeah, it probably is either what I presumed or something similar.
おやおや。ちょうどよかった。ナナチ、
But there are two tubes.
順番です。その昇降機はすぐ下の深海6
No, he's sending it down,
降りた先は袋小路なんですが、いろいろと試すのにちょうどいい深さ。
and he is testing something.
私の箱にはなく、
Maybe not what I said.
そうだろう。しか人間性を失うか、なんとかしたいですよね。
To do something.
あなた方が入ってるそれ、呪いを片側に押し付けることができるんです。人とそれ以外ではうまくいかなかったんですが、ちょうどナナチの来てくれたことです。可愛らしい生態を2つも使うのは惜しいですが、2人とも仲良しです。
So maybe it's actually because two of them were sent that one of them managed to.
とんでもない。この研究の果てに深淵の闇を払うヒントが生まれるのです。あなた方のおかげですよ。ビーティー、あなたは押し付けられる側です。
Oh, so he even is kind of.
耐えてくださいね。途中で死んだら相棒の呪いにかかってしまいます。
So that's the plan. Use two living beings, and one will be an attractor for the curse and will be hit with the full force of the curse, while the other one, thanks to this, will be able to remain, well, let's say a normal functioning human, fully anthropomorphic. So, and he thinks that he does it for kind of the better good, you know, this kind of evil person that says, oh, it's for the better for all humanity, maybe I'll find a way to get kind of avoid this curse. And, you know, sacrifices have to be made. I think that's his thinking. Are these previous children? They all look like Mitzi does now. So it's the same form every time. Not unique for every single one. Yes, now they are sending, so the curse would take form. She said, "Let my soul come to you." So maybe that's what they were talking about in the middle of the episode. Maybe well, you can tell that we got her consent, as I said in the opening, right? She said, "Let my soul return to you and kill me." So maybe. Holy crap. That's so horrible. So maybe Nanachi's goal to go with us would be to kind of return Mitzi's soul to the world, you know, so she could have a chance to be reborn or something. Holy shit! He's continuing some very bloody experiments. Holy shit. Twofold. Incapable of dying, so that's what she was looking for. Someone who can actually deliver the killing blow, so it would be possible. Like, he has no heart at all. He even decided to show it. He decided to torture poor Mitzi and then show it to Nanachi. I guess that was the point where she thought, "Oh, holy crap, now I have to take you away from here." And that's why there was so much blood. Maybe she has taken Mitzi from there where she was experimented on further and tortured. Really? What happened? She tried to do something. I see. And so in this disintegrator, she thought, "Oh, now this is, yeah." He just asked to think. He didn't say no. She was also trying to experiment, but with a different reasoning. I don't know, maybe it will actually help her move forward if she will believe that Mitty's soul will be free and be able to kind of be reborn maybe in a better place. And also, like, is the plot of Mitty being really into Rika just going nowhere? Is there, like, no reasoning to it at all? How many days? Wait, how many days have passed? Oh, poor Shumber. Oh no! Thank God it's already dead, right? That's horrible. Is it already cooked? And she's so happy about it. Yeah, I think it's funny when he uses this word, but is she telling her a story? Oh, that's cute. Oh, she fell asleep. That's cute. Well, you said that you're going to think. I think she assumes that you're thinking. Well, again, it's the idea of freeing her soul, I assume. It's just going back to this, no? And she will be left all alone. Yeah, this episode is the most horrific out of them all, to be honest. These white whistle experiments should be stopped. He has no sympathy for the human beings. Yeah, he was worried about it. It was implied, yes. Maybe that's one of the things also that was holding him back from making this decision. Now that they talked out what was bothering him, like the things that he was afraid of, for example, that Nanachi would kill herself if there's no Mitsu to take care of. Now he has agreed. Oh, this only had toy? Oh, that's so cute! Oh no! Oh shit. Well, oh, I hope it will at least work as she intended, and not unnecessarily just hurt Mitzi again and with her surviving. Did she change her mind? I didn't expect this turn of events. After she asked for it, thinking about it so thoroughly, I didn't expect her to say no, stop. Did she just want a second to hug? Okay, I see. She just wanted a second to hug her and say goodbye. Holy shit. He really went all out to make sure it works. There's a whole crater there. There's like nothing left. Oh, this is unexpected. Does he have another vision? I'm sorry. So now they interacted in his memory. So this is definitely a confirmation that he was. Oh, she got up. That he was spending time with Liza. That he was there with her. Yeah, Rika is here again. And she didn't even see Mitty. She probably doesn't even know about her. So he must be very happy. Yeah, I remember he actually liked Rika's cooking. What is she doing? It's probably because she's very, like, you know, when there's a cute cat, you want to pet her, right? So they probably just want to stroke her soft fur. That's probably what it is. Well, how's it? Doesn't look too bad. Oh, she likes it. You know, it would be a shame if we just left her here alone. It would be nice if she could go with us and have some friends. How does she know? Maybe she was kind of low into her consciousness sometimes. The snippets of what we saw with an eye. Yeah, that's what we saw in the previous one. So maybe being there with her was kind of helping her in a way to get through this. That's very interesting. Maybe their souls have touched, and she kind of felt in their in her soul that Mitzi's soul was actually freed. Especially when she said that she had a feeling she'll feel her again after she went away. It might be the implication of her soul kind of being returned to the world and having the potential to be reborn, you know. So he told her everything, maybe? Oh, cute ponytail. This is like hot springs. She still has kind of for her arm. You know, you're not gonna see anything when she's already in the water, so you can go in also. She's enjoying it. Oh, wow. Now I'm a bit envious. What's up? They're so small. This is uncomfortable. She means when he was trying to blow air in her. I understand. I think she just enjoys teasing them. And maybe she just likes to watch other people being kind of alive and happy and messing around, you know. I see. And also this feeling Mitzi was a treasure for her. And Rika is like and Rega. Maybe we can say they're treasures for each other. What the fuck is going on again? Taking out the... She said it will hurt a lot. And there's still a huge scar left. Is she trying to get some feeling back into her arm? I think she's doing pretty well. Oh. Well, that's the start of a recovery. Yeah, good thing she was there. Mm. Yeah, so she felt this, I don't know, well, the similarity, right? The parallel here. She wants to ask to go with us, maybe? Let's see what she says. Oh, but this place is so nice. I would just stay here. Maybe we can meet that white whistle and take revenge. Okay, so happy. That's true. Mm, right. That's the next one, the fifth layer, right? Well, we'll see about that. I don't know what will happen. I have no idea. Okay, so Nanachi is joining the party. That's nice. This episode was actually pretty long. I didn't realize. It's like almost 50 minutes. Probably because it's the last one. Is this like a message to the surface or preparation of preserved medicines? Oh, cute fingers. So, sorting of cave raiding equipment. They're probably like getting ready to go, and also Rika needs recovery for her arm. Oh. Well, so it reached them, at least. Hunting? Oh, procurement of water repellent materials. Oh, I see. Ah, they sent the message back upwards. Oh. Arm rehabilitation, yes, recovery. Construction of a support. These creatures are so beautiful. I already forgot the names of all the creatures. It was Crimson Joe, maybe? It's a beautiful sequence, by the way. I like the music. It's so has this epic feeling to it, you know. Well, will they show us what's in the parcel? He already sent a message with that old guy that they're continuing their journey. Completion of a new backpack. I love her ponytail also so much. It kind of changes a little bit, makes her look a little bit older, like a symbol that their journeys so far have made them older in a way, you know. Oh, wait, it's their friends, right? Oh my god, this scenery is always so pretty. Is this Sakura? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere. I would stay in this village. I would open a bakery or something. Oh. Wait, maybe I missed the part. Maybe they showed me what's in the parcel when they were sending it, and I just have my eyes on my back instead of in front. Okay, so we are setting out. They are completely prepared. She has two ponytails again. I thought maybe, okay. Yeah, this is such a cute place. I love the design of her hideout. Maybe someone else will also find it and stay here. Also, I wonder if she's already has ascended. She has ascended more from 5th to 4th and it didn't change anything. So I assume in her state she can keep ascending to the very top and nothing should happen to her because she's already affected. So that's it. That's kind of done. Wait, some additional scene? What are these interesting lanterns? Something written also?
反応が消えています。
Signature.
ついに成し遂げたんですね。あなたにはたくさんのお礼が言いたい。
Is this like a life force of Mitzi? Can he keep track who is alive and who is not? And like Mitzi's light is not shining anymore, how to say it, and that's why he seems like, oh, good job, Mitzi, you managed to kill her. Nice. That's an interesting technology he has here then. I wonder how it works. Maybe because he made this experiment and so when he sent them and the curse has taken them, he also connected it to these little fingers, little lights, and somehow these lights show him if kind of the soul is still alive, if the person is still alive or not. Also going from this, there are a lot of lights that are still shining there. So if we go from this, we can assume that these are all these poor children that are still alive, presumably the ones that we actually saw in the capital of the Undertoned. He said the 6th level, right, when he put us down there. So I'm just looking if there is going to be anything after that. Okay, no, the credits, and that is the end. In any case, right, so these poor children are still there in this form, similar form that Mitzi had, but from what he mentioned, it might be assumed that actually they are capable of dying, unlike Mitzi. It is a bit different for them. But because Mitzi's experiment was a success on Nanachi's part, right? So she took most of the curse. Somehow it also made her unkillable, which was not the case with other children, where he experimented a little bit differently. It's also interesting to note that probably if he went with his original plan and he was going to do them one by one, all the time. I know doing kind of the same thing over and over doesn't really give you the results, but maybe he was changing up some little things. But yeah. So he would just send Mitzi with someone else, like he said, like an animal or something else. It would probably fail again, and then Nanachi would be sent, and it would fail again, and they would all be these poor creatures. But in this case, because Nanachi was here, at least one of them, at least her, right, was able to retain her humanity and be able to live kind of normally, let's say, right? So being pretty much anthropomorphic, we can see though that the curse still affected her. That loss of humanity was more like expressed in her becoming more animalistic, but she was still very anthropomorphic. And so we can conclude that some percentage of the curse she still did receive, So it's not like 100% from Mitzi and also 100% from Nanachi. 200% of the curse went to Mitzi. It must have been less still, because Nanachi still received some. And yeah, as I mentioned before, it seems that if you already are cursed with this, you can ascend however much you want and it won't really affect you, or at least won't affect you in this way. Maybe you will feel some other effects, but not this. But at the same time, probably no effects at all, maybe even, because it seems like this White Whistle, I'm sorry, I'll write down his name later, it was a bit confusing for me because it was written and pronounced in a different way. At least you know who I'm talking about, this guy. So his idea was that he actually wanted to help people in general, in his opinion. So he went actually even to a different country to get children from there. So nobody would tell him anything about this. It's a very like how to say it, black experiments, right? I'm not sure what, very very inhumane and unofficial, very hidden experiments. And the idea is that yeah, you make a human like Nanachi with the goal of them not being affected by the curse anymore. So right, she's still living and all of that. I will go as far as to assume that she's probably going to grow up like a human, just with her animalistic features. So basically, yeah, there are some changes to your appearance, but now you are more unaffected by the curse, and you are more in tune with the abyss itself, and it helps. So we could even go as far as to assume that his goal might be to make everyone like Nanachi. And going back to the lights, it might also be assumed that he's continuing his experiments. And I think it's a very interesting. It's very interesting when you have a character like that. He is not an evil person as you would imagine, right? That he wants to intentionally, hurt anyone, like make people suffer. It's not his goal. His goal in his eyes is noble and nice. But the problem is that, as it was said, there this changes people. So he actually lost his humanity. I think that's a very neat way to say it, because he's making experiments connected to it. But at the same time, I think, I don't know, this episode was actually beautiful, with all these parallels and implications. And so with this guy who is researching this cause that makes you lose your humanity, is actually the one who doesn't have humanity, because as we perceive humanity, it's also empathy and the ability to care for other people. So when we call these experiments inhumane, when we call his actions inhumane, we mean to say that he doesn't have humanity, right? It's in the language. And so that's pretty ironic, to be honest, right? And as I said, yes, this character is more interesting because it's more complicated and multifaceted. It's not like straight up only evil, doing bad things, but no, it's like, yes, in our eyes he's evil, he's doing horrible things, and there is this desire to kind of find him and take revenge and stop him and murder him. Well, maybe I'm just talking for myself, but at the same time, I like how through his monologues, through his words, we were shown his thoughts, his views on this, and it helps us understand his motives and how he views his actions. I think that is really cool, and that is, this gray area villain that you're kind of thinking, is there a possibility of them even changing, maybe seeing the things in a different light? How will our interaction with him go if we meet him, because he seems to be very set in his ideals as well. So this is very interesting. And what else I wanted to say is that the dream, Rika's dream, it was also, it felt to me like it might be a metaphor again for a curse. So the previous episode we were talking about the nature of a curse, and Nanachi then said that it is like a very very thin fabric, and when you go upwards you break through it, and that's when it affects you. But in this dream, Rika said she felt like boulders were squeezing her. There wasn't enough space, and then they squeezed her completely, and she couldn't even understand who she is now. And from what I saw, and taking into account the explanation from the previous episode, it might be so that when that White Whistle experimented on Mitzi and Nanachi, this is exactly what happened to Mitzi in a way. So this fabric squeezed her when she break through it, and at the same manner that the boulder in the dream squeezed Rika, and then how to say it, made her into this, wait, I need a word, squashed is not compressed, okay, compressed in a nice word, I think I'm going to use this one. So basically the curse compressed her into this creature that we saw. That is my kind of theory, you could say. I might be wrong. That's how I felt, that's how I saw it. And now, also for another point, we are now on the level of Goblets of Giants. It's written here only for black whistles. We saw the old man, he was a black whistle, I think. And next, we have actually Sea of Corpses. Only few white whistles go there. So this is actually where the children were brought at first, to Sea of Corpses. And then from there, they were going down to the 6th level, capital of the unreturned, from where nobody returns. Because when you go from this level upwards, you completely lose your humanity. What we saw of this level is only a little snippet of these poor children that were still there, that were all experimented on. And again, we can't tell like how much can they feel and think. Do they understand what's going on? Have they retained their thought processes function? Because if they do that, how this makes them feel, of course that's horrific. It would be actually better if they don't, if they actually completely lost their humanity. And it also means, because he needs to take them up for the curse to take form, so then it means he just throws them back down if they are a failure. Also a very interesting point here. Okay, and I think that's all for my thoughts. I think it's nice that we saw some other characters that we met before. Yeah, I have them written Marulk, and I think that was Nat that found the parcel. And also, I want to check a few things from the episode. Wait a second. In a nutshell, when a life is lost in the abyss, the soul is said to return to the bottom of this planet. So doesn't matter, just in the abyss, doesn't matter where exactly. And then the soul changes form and departs on a journey to someone who has wished for life. I don't quite understand this word. So, for example, Mitzi, here she has died in the abyss. So her soul is now free from that cursed form, right? Then now her soul changes form and then departs on a journey to someone who has wished for life. What does this mean? Or something like this, to someone who has wished for life? I don't quite understand. Wait, so it does mean being reborn, right? So you are someone who wished for life, so something who wished to be born? Is this what it means? So it's quite like I understood it the first time, that the soul is just being reborn. And yeah, I checked it. They didn't show what was in the parcel. Maybe just some words like we are okay, we are fine, we are on this level now, and we are going on this level next. We are continuing our adventure, so all is well, guys. Maybe something like that. Maybe some souvenir. I'm not sure. But yeah, it seems like that's it for this episode. As you saw, I had a lot to say, so I hope you also share your thoughts in the comments without spoilers, of course, because after this I'm going to watch the movie that I was told is kind of like a bridge between season 1 and season 2, and then obviously if it's all there I'm going to watch the season 2 because I really liked this series. It was, as I mentioned, requested to me on Patreon, but oh my gosh, I think I really enjoyed it so much. It's such an interesting journey, and the world building and is insane. And yeah, this episode, this one was horrific in many places, and yeah, it was hard to see these experiments, but the story itself is exciting. And yeah, even though it has some dark stuff, it doesn't make me not want to watch it further. I'm very excited to see where the story goes and how it ends. So yeah, thank you for watching. As I mentioned already, share your thoughts in the comments, yes, and look forward to me watching the movie and maybe the next season. So